Bikers target Mike Tyson's family. He ends them with his fists. 1. A quiet evening turns dangerous. Mike Tyson sat in a quiet roadside diner with his teenage daughter, enjoying a peaceful meal. It had been a long drive, and they stopped for a break before continuing their trip. The atmosphere was warm, filled with the soft hum of conversations and the clinking of silverware against plates. Then, the rumble of motorcycles shattered the calm. A group of leather-clad bikers pulled up outside, their engines growling like wild beasts. As they walked in, their heavy boots thudded against the diner floor. The customers went silent, their uneasy glances betraying their discomfort. Tyson noticed the patches on the bikers' jackets, symbols of hate and supremacist ideologies. One of the bikers, a tall, scruffy man with a scar running down his cheek, locked eyes with Tyson. He smirked and elbowed his friends, whispering something that made them all chuckle. They swaggered toward Tyson's booth. "Didn't expect to see your kind around here," the scarred biker sneered. Tyson ignored him, focusing on his meal. His daughter, however, shifted uncomfortably. The bikers weren't just looking for trouble, they were trying to provoke a reaction. 2. The first strike. Another biker, wiry and mean-looking, flicked open a lighter, snapping the flame on and off as he stared at Tyson's daughter's curly hair. "Bet that burns easy," he muttered with a wicked grin. Before she could react, the man reached out and flicked the flame near her hair. A few strands caught fire, and she let out a startled cry, frantically patting it out. Gasps filled the diner as people froze in shock. That was it. Tyson stood up slowly. The room seemed to shrink as his towering presence filled the space. His eyes, calm just moments ago, burned with fury. The scarred biker laughed. "Oh, look, the big man wants to play." Bam! Tyson's fist shot out like a missile, connecting with the biker's jaw. A sickening crack echoed through the diner as the man's body went limp before he even hit the ground. The diner erupted into chaos. 3. Tyson's fury unleashed. Another biker lunged at Tyson, swinging wildly. Tyson dodged effortlessly, stepping to the side before delivering a devastating uppercut to the man's ribs. A wheezing gasp escaped the biker's lips as he crumpled to the floor, clutching his side. A third thug rushed in, but Tyson was faster. A precise right hook sent him sprawling across a table, dishes crashing to the ground. The remaining bikers hesitated. They had underestimated him, badly. One of them reached inside his leather jacket, possibly for a weapon. Tyson took a step forward, his voice deadly calm. "Go ahead, try it." The biker froze, his fingers trembling. Then survival instincts kicked in. He and the last standing thug grabbed their fallen friends and stumbled toward the exit. They scrambled onto their motorcycles, firing up the engines. With one last terrified glance at Tyson, they sped off into the night, leaving behind the wreckage of their own arrogance. Half 4. Aftermath. Justice served. The diner was silent. The remaining customers, who had watched in shock, now broke into applause. Some even cheered. The manager rushed over. "Mr. Tyson, that meal's on the house. Hell, you just cleaned up this whole town." Tyson, still breathing steadily, turned to his daughter. "You okay, baby?" She nodded, her hands still shaking, but her eyes filled with admiration. "Yeah, Dad, that was insane." Then, the wail of police sirens filled the air. The officers stepped inside, surveying the scene. One of them recognized Tyson instantly. "We got reports of a fight. Mr. Tyson, what happened here?" Before he could respond, multiple customers spoke up. "It was self-defense. Those bikers started it. We have video proof." The officer reviewed the footage on a customer's phone and sighed. "Looks like self-defense to me. Those guys have been causing trouble around here for a while. Looks like they finally messed with the wrong man." Tyson exhaled, rolling his shoulders as if he had just finished a light workout. As the officers took statements and assessed the damage, Tyson and his daughter stepped outside into the cool night air. "You didn't have to go that hard, Dad," she teased. Tyson smirked. "Nah, that was just a little warm-up." With that, they got into the car and drove off, leaving behind a town that would never forget the night Mike Tyson reminded the world exactly who he was. The end. The storm approaches. At home, Mike Tyson enjoys a rare moment of peace with his daughter. She's watching TV while he flips through an old boxing magazine. A car pulls up outside. Tyson glances out the window and recognizes the visitor. It's Detective James Rollins. Rollins steps out looking tense. Tyson meets him at the door. Rollins' warning. We got word that Maddox and what's left of his crew are planning something big. They're not just looking for a fight anymore, Mike. They're coming for your family. Tyson's expression darkens. He knows this isn't over. He asks one question. When? Rollins sighs. Tonight. Tyson cracks his knuckles and nods. Then I'll be ready. He sends his daughter upstairs, telling her to stay inside and lock the doors. The storm is coming, but Tyson is ready for war. Would you like to expand this scene or move on to the next part? Final warning. Police cars screech to a stop, red and blue lights flashing. Officers jump out, weapons drawn. Drop your weapons. On the ground now, an officer shouts. The remaining bikers hesitate, but know it's over. They raise their hands in surrender. Detective Rollins steps forward, shaking his head at Clay Maddox. Didn't you learn the first 2 times, Clay? Clay, barely conscious from Tyson's punch, groans as officers haul him to his feet and cuff him. One officer glances at Tyson. Yelp. Tyson smirks. Yeah, they won't be. The last conversation. Rollins walks over to Tyson. This time, Maddox and his boys are going away for a long time. Tyson nods. Make sure they stay there. As the police cars drive away, the street falls silent. A moment with his daughter. Tyson turns toward his house. His daughter stands in the doorway, arms crossed. It's really over this time, right? Tyson smirks. For real? He puts an arm around her and walks inside, leaving behind an empty street. Final shot. Tyson glances one last time at the quiet night, knowing no one will ever dare come after him again. The end